Hey, I will never look at Little Tokyo the same way ever again in my life. But I am okay now and I am at peace. What's up? It's the Culture Detective here investigating your favorite movies. And today I'm going to be doing a very quick review on a movie I watched last night, and that is the new Weekend movie, Hurry Up Tomorrow. So yeah, I feel like I've been watching a lot of good shit lately. I feel like I've been watching a lot of great cinema lately that once in a while I need to actively go out and search for something bad. And obviously that had taken me to Hurry Up Tomorrow, which is a companion film for the Weeknd's new album Hurry Up Tomorrow, which I actually didn't like that much. I thought it is actually the weaker album between the three albums that he released lately, After Hours, Dawn FM, and now this. I feel like this album is the most uninspired and the most uncreative album out of the three. But lo and behold, we have a whole ass movie in companionship with the album, and not only that, it is directed by Trey Edward Schultz, who has done some pretty cool stuff like It Comes at Night and also Waves. And also, it stars Barry Keoghan as The Weeknd's manager and Jenna Ortega as The Weeknd's love interest. And let's get the positive out of the way first. This movie looks good. This is a visually pretty fun and creative film. Obviously, you get all the cliches, every single mainstream commercial, ooh, I'm actually artsy kind of artists are now pouring themselves into this new wave of, ooh, I love the filmic look. Ooh, aspect ratio changing are so cool. Wow, aspect ratios exist. And to the point where they become commercialized. Like whenever I see an aspect ratio change in a film, I don't feel like it's a cool thing anymore because it's been done so much again and again and again. But beyond that, Trey Edward Schultz is indeed a director who knows how to make something visually interesting. The use of motion blur and fast motion in some of the cool 360 camera spins I thought looked really cool. Some of the long takes was actually pretty impressive. There's also a lot of shots where the mirror is in the shot but you don't see the camera's reflection. Where's the camera? Oh my god. So these little scenes, these little shots do showcase a bit of attention to detail from Trey Edward Schultz and also the DP and everyone else. But the rest of the movie, I hate using this word, but it's self-indulgent. This movie is basically The Weeknd having a power trip, having an ego trip. And oh, I shall not remind myself that a couple of years ago we have The Idol, where The Weeknd makes his acting debut, and it is the single-handedly the worst TV show I've ever seen in my entire life, and The Weeknd being a major part of it. And of course, if that isn't enough, The Weeknd has to make himself act in another movie where a young girl becomes obsessed with him. And even though The Weeknd is not sporting a rat tail and acting like a fuck boy sugar daddy, he still feeds his own ego in this movie quite much. Barry Keoghan's character is like, do you hear that? Do you hear that? Those are your fans. You give them life. You give them purpose. You give them meaning. You are their god. And then you have Jenna Ortega's character, who is so obsessed with The Weeknd. Every time she listens to a Weeknd song, she cries, she bursts into tears. The most uncomfortable and awkward scene in the entire movie is when The Weeknd takes Jenna Ortega into a hotel and The Weeknd plays a demo song on his phone, and Jenna just sits there and she was so moved she starts crying. Like, the song is not even that good. And then a little bit later, Jenna Ortega ties The Weeknd onto a hotel bed and starts torturing him by playing his own music, like Blinding Lights and also the song Gasoline off of Dawn FM. And Jenna Ortega starts dancing and lip syncing to the song and then starts explaining to us why the song means so much to her. Oh, it's about loneliness. Oh, it's about toxic relationships. It's so deep. It's about sadness. And I just cannot. This is so embarrassing. This is so silly. I just cannot take any of it seriously. There's a pretty cool dream sequence, I guess. So, that's okay. That's pretty good. But then we have the ending where, as it turns out, this is all in the Weeknd's head. He's fucked up. This is all made up in his head. There's chaos inside him. There's demons inside him. And so at the end of the film, it just undermines everything that came before, and I just feel silly now. And I'm not opposed to singers, songwriters making films. Prince did a pretty good job on Purple Rain. David Bowie's Black Star is a pretty long, indulgent music video, which I absolutely loved. But come on, this is not it, man. This is not it. I'm giving Hurry Up Tomorrow a strong 2 out of 10. So have you watched Hurry Up Tomorrow? Comments below, let me know. Subscribe if you want more, and thanks for watching.